Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Kuni Wrath the White Witch. In the last episode, we beat what I would like to call the Soloseum, since our buddy Swain did it all by himself in the last episode when it came to the final round against Solomon. And I ended up finding a nice little pattern to actually get through it, using Goliath and our buddy Ivern, and Swain himself, using Ivern to evade most of the attacks, using Goliath to block most of the attacks, and using Swain to attack from long range, since he has 4 attack speed due to my double medals of dexterity that I ended up throwing on him, which is actually really smart. It was actually pretty fun to be able to blast people from the other side of the map. But other than that, like I promised, today's episode is going to be where we start on the Conductor. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish it in this episode, since we do have 17 bosses to go through. We're fighting every single boss we fought throughout the entirety of the game, except for third and first forms. Basically, when it comes to Shadar and Cassiopeia, basically you fight one of their forms for them specifically, but everyone else you fight them one after the other, and after the other. So technically it's a boss rush mode, but it does have story attached to it. So with that, let's do this, and let's go and meet our buddy, the Conductor. So let's do this. So you found me, did you, Oliver? Or do you prefer to be called the Savior?
Hey, who are you? When you're not home, and what did you want with us?
What do I want? Why, I want you to follow me. Follow me to the whole new world. Oh, and you may call me the Conductor. In fact, I urge you to. Mr. Conductor, how do you know who I am? You're the Savior. Everyone knows who you are.
Looks like you're a proper celeb now, Ollie boy. Quite right, too. After all the broken hearts you've been mending.
Oh my, yes. Yes, indeed. You have given hearts and taken hearts in equal measure, saving countless poor souls in the process. And by restoring balance to all those people's hearts, you brought peace to this world. You do know what would have happened if you were to do so, don't you?
We all know what would have happened, man. The whole world would have ended up broken-hearted.
Correct, at least in part. Every weak heart would indeed have been broken. But answer me this, what would you have become of all the strong hearts? The ones that have the imbalance favored?
Hey, what are you on about?
Confused, are you? This world is all about balance. When the balance is lost, rifts are formed. Those broken-hearted people you've been working so hard to help, each harbors a certain type of rift. But that's not the only type. So what other types are there? I think you'd better see for yourself. You're about to enter a whole new world. You do want to go, don't you? You wish to be enlightened, yes? The Conductor. The Conductor is in a forest to the south of Ding Dong Dell, and has something important to tell you. Agree to help him if you want to know the truth. And do I want to? Yes, we do. So, let's do this. The Conductor. One of the most intriguing parts of this entire story, since we're about to learn some new truths that we did not know about since the very beginning of this game. So, other than that, let's do this. Wonderful. Thank you, Oliver. I have nothing but admiration for your exquisite spirit.
Too right, man. Ollie boy wants to know it all, ain't it? Speaking of which, what are we supposed to be doing?
Why, sealing the rifts, of course. Sorry, Mr. Conductor, but I'm still not sure what these rifts are. Each one is in the nexus of a spectrum, of potentiality, the very definition of a lost soul, don't you see?
No, I don't have a flipping clue what you're on about.
Fear not. It is probably better not to think about it too much. All you need to know is that these rifts have manifested in the world, and in the midst of each, there is a terrifying monster. You surely remember how nightmares afflict the broken-hearted. Well, this is rather similar.
Do you want us to wallop some beasties, is it? Well, why didn't you flipping say so? Ready, Ollie boy?
Sure, if you think that'll help. Oh, thank you so much, Oliver. You should be able to receive further details about the locations and swift solutions. The world needs its savior. I'm counting on you. And with that, I'll see you at our very first of these rifts, in our very first dungeon of the game, the deep dark woods. So, BRB boys and girls. Okay, now that we're inside the deep dark woods, we have our very first of the rifts. So, like all things we do, let's do this. Oh no, that's Drippy.
What's going on by here, eh? I've got a proper bad feeling about this. Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of something wrong. Is it something to do with the rifts that Conductor character was on about? Darn it, what shall we do, Ollie boy?
Examine the Black Orb, and just like every single time we fought throughout the entire game, we're going to be actually going down the list like we fought them throughout the entire game. So, from first one to last one, basically, is how we're going to do that. So, basically, who we see first in the beginning of the game to the last boss that we fight in the end of the game, basically, is how I want to do this. So, let's do this with the very first boss of the game, the Guardian of the Woods.
I'm for it, are you? Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
And with that, let's do this. The very first of the tainted versions of the bosses we fought throughout the game. This time we have the Fury of the Forest. So with that, let's do this. I don't know how hard this is going to be. Mostly because when I originally did this, I was only like level 60 in the original series. So honestly, I have a feeling this is going to be 10 times easier than the original one. Because I don't remember this being too hard, and we even are on the hardest difficulty in the game. Uh-oh, I need to tell my allies to defend just in case, because Windfall is his biggest attack, so just in case it's always recommended. Okay, so far so good. Just need to tell our allies to go out and attack again. This is the reason why I'm not sure if it's going to be all in one episode, because there is 17 bosses altogether, including the final one, which isn't even a boss we've ever fought before. Also known as the secret boss of this game, but I've already explained that before, that there was a secret one. But down goes the Fury of the Forest, and down goes the very first of our boss fights. We still got 16 more, but at least we got the first one down. And honestly, the first one's more than likely going to be the easiest one, since it is the very first boss in the game. Although he's 10 times stronger than he was in the original time we fought him, he definitely wasn't that hard, let's be honest. So with that, we got our levels, and we have finished our bounty hunt. So, in the next area, I'll be seeing you all in the Ding Dong Well, facing off with Hickory Dock. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now that we're in Ding Dong Well, we have our next fight, so let's do this.
Oh, one of these orb thingies again, is it? Well, we both know it will happen. I'm half tempted to just give up. But I suppose we can't just walk away and leave it. What will it be, Yanni boy?
Would I like to examine the Black Orb? Yes, I would.
For it, are you? Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Don't say you didn't warn me indeed. Here we go. Hickory Dock. This time, the tainted variation. I don't know why they're tainted, by the way. I think it has something to do with what the Conductor was saying, with all the broken hearts, and them being connected to them. But I don't think these are actually the real versions of them. I think they're kind of like the nightmares, in the fact that it's more of, trying to think of a good way to explain it. Oh, I forgot what Tailspin is. I think that confuses people. Yeah, it seems like it's a one-person confusion. Not the worst thing to worry about, but he did knock me out of my attack, so I did need to make sure that I was going to get away free with that. And I can't get confused, because if I do end up getting confused, I'm going to end up knocking out my allies, and let's be honest, that's not a good thing for me. Drop Chomp, see if we can cancel him. I did my evasion, I'm not sure about my allies. It ended up confusing me. That is not good. So thankfully, you can cancel your allies from attack, or your units from, attacking others if you tell them to do anything. Okay, I have no clue what just happened, but my game completely just, jumped out of everything and just kicked me back to the home screen. I saw the Conductor and the mission location for the journal and everything, and I don't know what just happened there. I'm gonna skip over that, but that was really weird. But, okay, down goes Hickory Dock. But yeah, as I was saying, I think they're supposedly nightmares of the original bosses. Like, what I mean is, like, they actually gain nightmares, and not like how the other people where they, like, you know, the bosses themselves. Like, I think the bosses themselves had nightmares, but they weren't closed-hearted, but they, like, formed, like, other variations, kind of like the Zodiacs ended up becoming real, kind of thing. But these are kind of like that, where they're real, but they're not real at the same time, is kind of how I think this is going on, because it doesn't really explain it, other than that small bit of dialogue that you get at the very beginning of this, to be honest. But just like that, Dickory Dock has now been completed. So, with that, I'll be seeing you all in the Golden Grove, so we can take on the Guardian of the Golden Grove. So with that, see you all very soon. Okay, now that we're inside the Golden Grove, let's do our third fight.
Look, Ollie boy, each one of them reefs. I'm getting that bad feeling again, Ollie boy. What do you reckon?
Let's do this.
Up for it, aren't you? Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
I don't know if he's gonna say the same dialogue. If he does, we'll just skip to the actual fights. But here we go, the Baddie Tour, also known as the tainted version of the Gladiator. So, what I remember, this guy was a little bit harder than the original other bosses, since he's actually able to block some of your damage due to the fact that that's what the whole shield is for. And if you were to attack him on his right side, he does block a little bit of the damage you can do. We need to make sure to actually try and block that. It doesn't look like I'm going to get an invasion off, but we can do what I just did. So thankfully, we can defend that, so not bad, not bad. We should have an easy time with this. I didn't heal before actually taking on the Baddie Tour, so honestly, I could have avoided a little bit of what's about to happen, but honestly, I didn't feel like I really needed to heal myself that much, to be honest, since these fights are pretty easy so far, and there hasn't been anything too dangerous yet. And since I'm going to be able to spam my abilities as much as I want... Ooh, I forgot that you actually changed color in this version. That is really cool. That's a really cool color scheme. I actually really like that. Okay, so far so good. Just need to be careful. He did just 2-hit Oliver there. I did not actually expect him to actually be able to do that. But let's do an ear splitter, since that'll do some decent damage, since this is a 400 power familiar. So honestly, I'm not too worried about this. Okay, who is he going for? He's going for Esther. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Just need to make sure our allies are attacking at all times. Sadly, my allies don't like to focus on actually attacking, so that's the reason why I have to be as aggressive as I am with my familiars when I'm on Oliver. Since when I use... I don't even think that affects him. Yeah, that was just stupid. Uh-oh, I need to actually defend this. I don't know if this is an all-out attack. Nope, this is just a punchy. Ooh, he almost hit me there, actually. Okay. Going to our buddy Ray, go for an ear splitter for as much damage as possible. We know that it's going to do 300, so that should be a decent amount to actually deal with him. Nope, it actually didn't. Okay, down goes Esther. I'm playing way too aggressive, I think, because honestly, we're going to die if we play it like this, but we should be fine. Go for his headlong rush, let him cancel it, and then we can go for some autos here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to see if we can maybe get rid of him with Swain here, since Swain can easily get rid of this guy. Okay, and one more hit, and down goes the Baddie Tour with Swain's little pistol. Usually you don't get to see me use my my actual weapon for the actual main characters to actually get rid of something, so it's actually pretty fun to actually get a knockout with one of the main characters, because usually that doesn't happen, since normally their autos do 0 damage for the most part. And just like that, the Guardian of the Golden Grove has been completed. So, with that, I'll see you all in the Temple of Trials next, for what I remember was the, I actually don't even remember what the name of that boss was, but I'll see you all in the Temple of Trials next. Okay, now that we're inside the Temple of Trials, let's take on our fourth of 17 or 16 rifts, I think. But let's do this.
Oh, it's another one of those flipping reef things. I never thought we'd be finding one by here, man. How many of these rotten beggars are there?
And with that, let's take on our fourth of the 16 tainted bosses.
Careful, Ollie boy. I can sense something proper nasty feeling it in my lantern, I can.
Okay, and here we go. Smash Ashura. And I believe his name was Boss Ashura, I think, in the original form. But we do know that he is weak in the very front of him, since he has the shield on the back of him. So as long as we attack him from the front, we should be pretty much fine here. Mind over matter, we can cancel that so we can get our chance time. Go for as many hits as we possibly can here. I'm going to go and grab this free inner strength for a nice big old chunk of damage that we can possibly do here, since this will double it. Not bad, not bad. Usually we don't get to get freebies like this. So, one free Chop Chop for 700 damage. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I'm going to go for a Black Blast since that might allow me to do that as well. He's going to get the attack first. Honestly, I don't think I'll be worrying too much. Yeah, 145 damage isn't that bad, since I'll be able to get back up with a Black Blast and blast him into next century. 400 damage, not bad. Okay, let's get on the other side of him to see if we can do that 700 again. Before we run out, Soul Seal, I believe he's just gonna... Nope, he's trying to seal us, which is not bad at all. And down goes Ashura. Not bad, not bad. Honestly, the Baddie Tour was a lot harder than you, since the Baddie Tour ended up knocking out a couple of our allies. But you can basically evade most of his spells, though. I'm pretty sure Ashura can still hit you through evasion, like a couple of the enemies we fought throughout the game. So honestly, down goes our fourth of the tainted creatures. So, in the next area, I'll be seeing you in Old Smoky, and we'll be taking on the Guardian of the Volcano. And the reason why I'm doing all these cuts is because we have to walk very far distances, to be honest. And Old Smoky, you have to walk all the way to the very top of the volcano just to do the mission. So, I'll be right back, and I'll see you on top of Old Smoky. Okay, and now on top of Old Smoky, let's take on the Guardian of the Volcano.
Otto, it's another one of them flipping reef things. I don't like it, man. Not one bit. What's the matter then? There's a proper massive monster lurking around by here then, eh? And what are we going to do about it if there is?
And with that, let's take on the 5th of the Black Orb, so we can continue on our mission, since we don't have any more until we finish this last one here, and then we'll have the rest, well, a big chunk of them, since we can't do all of them yet, since we have to get through a certain amount of them, and then they'll unlock more and more and more, basically is what's going on here. But let's do this.
Comfy Ollie boy, I can sense something proper nasty. I feel it in my lantern, I can.
Well, let's do this. So, here we go with Volcano. And this is going to be pretty intense, since we do know how dangerous he was the very first time. And this time we actually have 4 allies instead of the amounts that we had before. So, honestly, I guess we're about to find out how this goes. And I don't know what Felix is doing here, since Felix is kind of running around the map. But at least if we get behind him and start attacking his tail, we'll be able to get free chance time here, like we just did. So let's go for a drop chop here and do as much as we possibly can. If Felix would actually stop moving and actually use it. What are you doing? Okay, that was just weird, but okay. It looks like we have to be somewhere in the middle to actually attack him. Someone can go for that golden glim. It looks like Esther's gonna try and go for it, so thank you, Ray, for doing what you do best. Okay, let's get ready to evade, since he is about to use his tail flail, I'm pretty sure, since he just used his, fire spewing attack, so, ow, I ended up getting hit by that anyways. Okay, go out for another drop chop, since he isn't focusing me right now, so Felix should be pretty much fine. He's going for Volcanic Roar. I can't evade in time, since I don't have it back up. My allies are going to get hit by this, and I take double damage, so, ouchie. That was not very smart of me, but okay, perfectly perfect. I don't need to heal, but my allies are pretty much fine, I think. Okay, so let's go for a Frostbite, since he is weak to water, so we might as well at least attack his weaknesses while we can. Okay, go for maybe another Frostbite here, while Felix is charging up, and have our allies do as much as they possibly can. Uh-oh, that's a defend. Ooh, I got them to dodge it, thankfully. Okay. It looks like Felix is charged back up, so let's go for another drop chop since he's going for a Blazing Breath. That means a free hit from us. Uh-oh, that means an evade as well. Got the evade off, but don't know about my allies, though. I guess we'll find out in a second. It looks like I got my evasion off, so I'm perfectly fine. It looks like Esther got hit by that, and it looks like Swain did actually defend that. Oh, tell my allies to defend. I didn't want you to just run up like that. That wasn't really smart, Felix, but honestly, at least we did something there, since it did kind of stop him from attacking for a little bit, even though we did get attacked there. Let's try and attack his tail a little bit here, since his tail does give us a free chance time if we can get it. Other than that, down goes Volcano. Was it Volcon or Volton? I actually completely forgot since I only looked at it like once during that entire fight. But there we go. Down goes the Guardian of the Volcano, and we have ourselves a level 99 familiar. I didn't get an achievement for it, though. I thought you had to get level 99 for that. Apparently it is indeed from the, actually fully familiarity in your familiar, so I have to hit the level 5 and then probably plus 50 on the growth limits. Okay, so I was wondering how that works. Okay, well, at least I have a maxed out familiar now. So, with that, I'll see you all in, I believe we go back to the Conductor? I'm not sure. If there's no dialogue for him, I'll just skip to the next one. So, the next one, if we do skip, I'll see you inside Mum's tummy, where we'll be fighting off with the jellyfish boss. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and now that we're inside Mum's tummy, we can now take on what we would like to call the distant cousin of the Royal Jelly boss. So, with that, let's do this.
Not another flipping rift one. You're in Mummy's tummy. Hang on a minute, she didn't. She couldn't have. She only blinking ate the thing, didn't she?
Who knows, honestly.
I'll be having words with her about this. But let's have a look at the orb first, shall we?
And let's do that. So, I did say that I would let you know if there was any dialogue with the Conductor. All he basically told us to do when we came back to him was he told us there was more bounty missions and just head back to the bounty board. He didn't give us any actual dialogue, so there's nothing to really report about that. So that's the reason why I didn't show us walking back to the Conductor, because there really wasn't anything there. So we might as well just skip over that part. So with that, let's do this.
Right you are, Lonnie boy. I've got a good feeling about this one.
Well, let's do this. What is this one called, then? Imperial Jelly, so it's definitely stronger than a Royal Jelly. And this one doesn't actually have teeth like the other one, like the big maw. This one has a giant eye in the middle. Definitely weird, and all of them have stuff to do with, like, weird, kind of like corruption going on. It's definitely strange, and we still don't know anything about it other than we need to block Bolt from the blue, and Felix ended up not being able to block it in time, since the timer dropped right at the same time that he casted that. Ouchie. We'll tell our allies to go and attack, since I need to get them off of me. Okay, since they're going to be focusing on him for a second, I'm going to healing touch myself, and then figure out what they're going to do now. Baby shower. Uh-oh, here comes the little baby jellyfishes. Okay, these things aren't too dangerous in my opinion. The more thing we need to worry about... Ooh, ear splitter. That could be really good here. They might even get rid of the little baby ones. Nope, not enough. Okay, well, at least it did something. We can go for some drop chops and some black blasts here. Since this is free damage right here, might as well. Okay, easy peasy. This is a big chunk of damage we can possibly do here before it can attack us. So honestly, I'll take it. And we can easily beat him right here. Another ear splitter, so that's a nice 400-ish damage. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that's like 2k damage all around, honestly. Not the worst thing. I'm gonna go for a drop chop to see if we can maybe stop him before he can do the Sea Stars ability. Ooh, it hit me. Okay, I need to see what we can do here. I'm gonna see if we can do another ear splitter here and just force Esther to do it. Come on, stupid enemies, man. Okay, well, Swain, you know what to do, bud. Okay, let's see here. I gotta find him and just start shooting at him. No, don't attack that thing. Okay, let's see here. I need to force my allies to do something here because they're being forced to attack the baby jellyfishes in a swarm like they're doing right now. Okay, let's try and go for a Black Blast before you can do a Bolt from the blue. I don't think I'm going to get it off first since he definitely seems to have got it first. Well, here we go, another Bolt from the blue, taken headstrong this time. Nah, not the worst thing. We can go for a Drop Chomp before he can attack us, and down goes the Imperial Jelly. Another one of these tainted creatures down, and also I was wrong on the amount of bosses. It's actually 16, so it's not 17 bosses, it's only 16, so 15 tainted creatures, and one normal boss, that is the secret boss of the game. I did check that just to make sure, because I wasn't too sure on how many there actually were. And I was really close, but I was just off by a little bit. So, with that, I'll be seeing you in our next location, and that is going to be in the Porcelain Palace, facing off with the, what you would call the distant cousin of the Porco Grosso. So, with that, see you all very soon. Okay, and now inside the Porcelain Palace, let's take on our nice little Hagi friend. And let's do this.
Flipping heck not again. How many of these things are there? And in the blinking palace and all, who would have thought it? Flipping there ain't any guards because they are all getting ready to give the White Witch what for, ain't it? That means it's up to us, Ollie boy.
And with that, let's examine our next boss.
Don't go rushing into anything, Ollie boy. I've got a bad feeling about this, and my feelings ain't often wrong.
Honestly, true. But here we go. Porco Rosso. And this is our next boss. And this is actually a reference to a Studio Ghibli character, actually named exactly what it is, which is actually pretty cool. So with that, let's do some wind-based magic, since we do know he is weak to it. So might as well do as much damage as we possibly can here, since we do have Hollow here, and Hollow is very strong against this thing, for the most part. So honestly, we might as well do what we can. He's going for us, so let's just block that as much as we can. Try and block it as much as we can, but honestly, there's only so much we can possibly do. We can go for a Whirligig here, since that's fast and easy to spam. Go for a Wind Tunnel, since that did like 300 damage. Okay, and then if we can get another Twister in, that would be really good here. Tell our allies to go all out, while I try and get another spell in. Okay, not bad, not bad. Go for another Whirligig before he goes for Hog Roast. Okay, not bad, not bad. Get out of the way for that. Okay, not bad. Okay, now we can go in with Felix here and do as much damage as we can do, since now we don't have our ally to do that. I don't need to worry since he's not really focusing me, but now that he's done doing that, we can go in for the autos. Okay, looks like our autos are doing weaker damage. I think that was the case originally in this fight, so that's the reason why we were spamming abilities with Hollow. Okay, not bad, not bad. He's going for Porco Salvo. That's going to do a decent amount of damage, but he's going for Swain, which is really bad for him, since Swain has the other thing, and I just turned on my volume to max in my ears, and my ears are now bleeding. I'm joking, but okay, ouchie. I've never actually gotten hit by that before, and that was all because of my headsets. Okay, let's see here. He's almost down. We just need to get rid of him now. Okay, we can go for Twister, since we know that's going to do almost 500 damage. So honestly, just go for what we can. Go for another Wind Tunnel. Since he's going for Roadhog, this will always hit, no matter what he does. Okay, not bad. Go for a Whirligig, since we can spam that, since it is only 4. And then we can also use it any time we want. Go for another Twister. Not bad, not bad. Okay, 418 damage there. Another Whirligig. Tell our allies to attack, since I forgot that they were defending. Okay, not bad, not bad. He's going for another Roadhog, but I can get a Wind Tunnel off before that. Okay, and one more Twister should be it, unless my allies attack him in time. And there we go. Down goes... not Porco Rosso. I keep messing up their names because I'm so used to them being called what they used to be called, because he was called Porco Grosso, and now he's completely changed, which is really weird. Cad's Clasp. I don't know what that is. I believe that's an item you can use to alchemize with, I think? I'm not entirely sure. I think it is. I think it makes Swain's final pistol, if I remember. I could be wrong there, so don't take me with a grain of salt, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, with that, I'll see you all in our next dungeon, or next boss, because it's inside a dungeon, but we're going to be fighting off with Candle Lacambra again. So, with that, I'll see you all at the end of the, I believe it was called the Tombstone Trail. So with that, I'll see you all very soon. And here we are, inside the Tombstone Trail. Let's take on our next of the tainted creatures.
Oh darn it, it's one of them reef thingies. Just what we flipping need. I'll bet that's where there is why it's gone all weird round by here. Well, we'd best bite the bullet and sort it out, ain't it? Sooner we do, the sooner we can get out of this flipping place.
And with that, let's do our next one.
Be careful, honey boy. I've got a bad feeling right in my lantern.
And right in your lantern is indeed what we're going to be fighting next. And this one with an even harder name. Actually, I think this one's easier, actually. Candle the Bracadaver. Okay, not bad. But let's do this. Fighting off with a Candle Cadaver, okay. That's not the thing that I was expecting we'd fight, but... or based on the name, I didn't expect his name to be that. Thankfully, I actually dodged that one. So we didn't end up getting cursed there, since that is something we don't need to be getting. Since we want to be able to use our spells against this guy, since that is definitely going to be the most damage we could possibly do. He's going for Snuff Out, I'm going to go for Drop Chop. I think it still attacks him even though he did attack first. I think we'll be fine though. Most of it's blindness, I think, so honestly it could be worse. Nope, it canceled it completely. Okay, just go for another, never mind, he canceled it a second time, because for some reason, if they attack first with an ability, they completely cancel you. He's going for Wacko Lantern, I believe that is fire damage against everybody. Thankfully, okay, apparently I wasn't able to evade that. Okay. He's going for Boo, but I can't tell my allies to defend since I was healing. Some decent damage, it could be worse though, honestly. Okay. Nope, Curses, oh yeah, Curses, it makes you run slow. Yeah, that's what Curse was. I completely forgot which one it was. Okay, tell our allies to attack. I'm gonna go for another Drop Chop since 500 damage against something that's running at Mach 10 speed is honestly not the worst thing, to be completely honest. And hopefully we don't get hit by a Snuff Out this time. I'm gonna try and defend that this time, instead of trying to evade it, since, most of the time, gotta tell our allies to defend, since Boo does do some decent damage. Although it was only like 40 for the most point, it's still good to block most of that if we can possibly do so. Okay, let's go for C-Star, since that's pretty easy to charge up. Okay, not bad. Try and go for a Drop Chop here if all possible. Tell our allies to attack as well, since honestly, the most we can possibly do here is via spells, and having our allies kind of spam would be a nice thing, since it doesn't seem like they're really doing so, which they can easily do since, Esther has Ear Splitter, and that thing spams, and I'm not even joking, that thing you can spam every, like, 5 seconds, and it's really good. It does, like, 400 damage, there's no point in not spamming it. But down goes Candle the Cadaver. And there we go, another one of the tainted creatures done. So the next one, it looks like it will be the dragon boss from when we were in Skull Mountain. So with that, I'll see you all very soon. Okay, and now upon the top of Skull Mountain, let's take on the next boss, also known as the dragon boss that we fought off with when Kublai first met us. So let's do this. The golden dragon is now upon us.
Look over by here, Lolly Boy. It's another one of them blinking reefs. I wish they'd given it a flipping rest. I'm famous for my patient me, but even the High Lord of the Fairies has his limits. And these things are getting on my wick. I've got a good mind to leave them to it.
Mr. Drippy, you shouldn't say things like that. We have to do something.
Alright, man. Keep your hair on. I was only joking, ain't it? Just a little fairy gag, like. Up for another scrap, are you?
Yes, we are. So let's do this.
Careful, Ollie boy. I've got a bad feeling about this one.
And honestly, we didn't have a hard time with the original dragon, so this should be pretty easy. Since we basically, most of his attacks are, they don't really do much. He's more of a, spell user for the most part, and he doesn't really auto much. Dragon's Breath is, just attacks auto forward, if I remember correctly, yeah. So basically, he's all about area of effect damage, so he really won't do much to us. So this is going to be the easiest one out of all of them. We can tell our allies to block that one, but other than that, we just go in for as many hits as we possibly can do here, since this is the easiest of the fights, honestly, in my opinion. We had no problems with him before, so honestly, I heavily doubt that he's going to do much to us. Okay, it looks like Feeling's about to go down for his stamina, so let's get the last few hits in real quick, and then jump back out. Okay, let's see here. We can go for, I believe it was poison damage. So the best thing we can possibly do here is go to Swain, and then go for trick shots here. So let's go for I think it's a rot shot, if I remember correctly, for poison damage. So let's poison them all up, and see if we can get a free chance time here, since that's definitely what we want to do here. Nope, it didn't do any effect to him. Okay then. Other than that, the only other thing I can think of is go for Polar Puff here, and tell our allies to attack, and do some decent, ice damage here. Going for another magical, increase, which will stop some of our damage, because we are using, Ivern here. But other than that, it looks like Phoenix is backing up and open and ready to attack again, so let's see what we can possibly do here. I did not expect you to actually charge me like you did, so we actually need to heal for seconds. Okay, let's try and go back in again. Go for a drop chomp, hopefully he doesn't knock me over. He didn't, which is good. Now we just go in for the final few autos, and the Golden Dragon is now down. So, with that, we have finished the one for Skull Mountain, so the next one will be, I believe, APEP. Since we did fight the Volunteers first, and then we did Captain Crossbones, and then we did Saraboris. So, with that, I'll see you all in the end of the Volunteers, and we'll be doing our next tainted creature. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and now in the location where we originally fought APEP, we have another one of these Black Orbs. So, let's see what we got in here. Definitely is going to be a form of APEP. But, honestly, how much harder is he going to be than the original one? Honestly, who knows, but I guess we'll find out soon.
I should actually be known, man. Another rift. It's probably why these monsters around BLI here is so vicious, ain't it? Shall we have a closer look, Ollie boy?
Yes, we shall.
Watch yourself, Ollie boy. I've got a funny feeling in my lantern about this one.
Also, sorry for repeating that, but honestly, he's gonna say that every single time, it seems like. Sometimes it changes it, and sometimes it doesn't. But here we go, and he looks really cool now, Mayhem. So he's definitely not APEP, he's like a different variation of him, so like, some kind of distant cousin kind of thing. Honestly, I'm not too sure, honestly. But, honestly, APEP was really easy. We do know his weaknesses. Black Bolt, I think we can walk out of, I think? Yeah, you can walk out of Black Bolt, okay. Not bad at all, that's actually really easy. So, other than that, all we can really do here is just use Burden on him, and then he can't really do much. I can evade this. If we can't dodge it, we can just jump out. So, honestly, anything works here, since he's really easy to fight. Just like the Golden Dragon, APEP wasn't hard for us, since most of his attacks are AoE, and you can basically run out of it, so honestly, there's no big point of worrying here. The only thing we really need to worry about is Death Rattle, and that's his only, like, full-on attack on your entire team. Other than that, he's really got nothing, since he's mostly just a big old creature that can chase you down, since he's pretty fast, and that's the reason why you would use Burden on him, since it slows him down. Okay, he's getting ready to do that. I'm gonna run out of that, so he doesn't hit me with that. Go for a Black Blast real quick, go for another couple autos, and then we can maybe, oh, I was trying to see if we can get a drop chomp there. Let's see here, we can go for maybe Astra, I think? Yeah, let's go for Astra since we just got that in the last episode. Or not last episode, I mean when we did Horus's episode. So with that, 1 Astra and 698 damage. I did not expect that to be double damage, not bad. And down goes Mayhem. So down goes the tainted version of APEP, not bad. So the next one we're going to be doing is Captain Crossbones, and that one's out in the middle of the ocean if I remember correctly. So with that, I'll see you out in the middle of the oceans near the Broken Crown, and I'll be right back. So BRB, boys and girls. Okay, upon the Broken Crown where Kublai Khan III's grave is, we found where our next location is, for Captain Crossbones' counterparts. So let's do this.
Oh, you're having a laugh, man. There's a rift all the way out here. No matter how many of these flipping things we patch up, there just always seems to be another one. I'm getting sick of the sight of them, man. Still, I suppose we can't just walk away from it like. What do you reckon, Ollie boy?
And examine the Black Orb. So let's do this.
Hold on tight then. I reckon we're in for a right tidy fight this time.
And that is indeed the case, since we are fighting off with Commodore Crossbones. He looks really cool in the white and gold. I really like those colors. That's actually more of the colors that I would use for games like Payday and stuff. If I remember correctly, I think that's the same color scheme I would use for my character Rust that I would always play as. A lot of people don't like him, honestly. I'm really surprised. He's actually a pretty fun character to play as. Oh, that's how you get your chance time on him. Okay, I actually did not know that. Because every time we ever fought this guy, I don't think I've ever got a chance time on him. So in order to get it, you have to cancel out his attack. Okay, so Plunder is what you need to cancel out in order to get your free chance time. He's going for Swashbuckler, but we can cancel him out again. So parrying him is what you need to do. Huh, that's really clever. I like that, since he is using a sword, so parrying him would make sense. Okay, go for another drop chop since it is free. 348 damage is not bad to go for. Okay, so far so good. Just keep autoing him, get rid of as much as we possibly can. See if we can maybe cancel on a swashbuckler. Doesn't look like we're getting that for free, but honestly, at least we did something. Okay, keep getting some free attacks in. Go for another drop chop since we have the possibility of doing so. Keep going for your autos. Go for the mana orb here. He's going for hammock hack. That is a sleep for one specific target, and he's going for Esther. Okay, so Zipfi is now sleeped. Okay, one free black blast before we go back, and there we go, perfect. Okay, tell Esther to heal. I'm going to use Astra on Commodore Crossbones, see if we can maybe do some decent damage here. Because honestly, if it did double damage to Apep or Mayhem, oh, it does double damage to him as well. So all of them weak to Astra then. That's something I didn't know. I gotta defend this one since I do not need him getting free HP. So the least amount he gets from that, honestly, is the best thing. Okay, let's go into our buddy here for Rima and go for an ear splitter since he does have about 320 something power now, so now it actually does damage. So honestly, it's better than nothing, although he does do double damage to me since I do take physical damage to the max because of Grima's abilities. Okay, back out from Swashbuckler because I do not need to be getting hit by that. Go for another Astra since it is free. Tell our allies to defend just in case because it might force them to heal. Astra will do its about 700 damage, which is not bad. Okay, so far so good. It looks like he's almost down for the most part. We can go back into Phalanx, go for a drop chomp right here, go for an all-out attack as well, and try and go for the final hits here. He's going for another sleep. I think he's going for Phalanx, which he is. But honestly, as long as... let's see here. I think we can go for C-stars here, and that will force us to attack him. And down goes Commodore Crossbones. Easy peasy. And that means we only have Saraboris left for the Mornstar familiar, or Mornstar characters, or also known as the Wizard King's allies, basically. Also known as the people that were, or the monsters slash people that were ended up framed for killing the Wizard King, even though it was the Council of 12 that ended up assassinating him. But, there we go. 2 of them down, only 1 left, and that's Saraboris. And then we have, I believe it's Vileheart, Shadar in the Knight Familiar form, and the Zodiarchs. So with that, I'll see you in the Glittering Grotto to take on Saraboris. I think it's actually called Saraborealis, I think, if I remember correctly. So with that, I'll see you in the Glittering Grotto at the very end of the dungeon, since I have to walk all the way through the dungeon. So BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and where we originally met Saraboris, we're taking on another form of him. So let's do this inside the end of Glittering Grotto.
Not another rotting rift. What the heck is going on? Handy doctor here with these flipping things I have, man. Doing my head in there. Come on, Ali boy. Don't hang about. Sort this thing out with you.
Okay, and we will indeed do that. And it looks like he's saying the same thing, so let's just keep going. Okay, here we go. And was I right? It is indeed Saraborealis. Okay. We do know he's weak to fire damage, but we are actually resistant to him for feelings, so we're actually perfectly fine. That is his strongest attack. I actually forgot that when we originally fought him, what his strongest attack was, and my evasion got cancelled, and that's always great. I don't understand that, because it used to block everything, and I don't know if that was just a bug in the original code that they ended up fixing, because I'm pretty sure evasion actually went through everything, to be honest. And that was the reason why we used Ivern so much in the original series, because he was my, like, best unit, and that was the reason. And also, I forgot that Saraboris liked running around like he is. He's going for Cold Boulder, tell our allies to block that, since that is free damage we should be blocking. Okay, if my allies could slow him down, or maybe even cast a fire spell on him, that would be really nice, but I highly doubt they're gonna do so. Okay, not bad, not bad. Couple more autos, even a drop chop if at all possible. Okay, send back into Oliver. Let's go for a fireball and see if we can maybe force a chance time out of him. Doesn't look like it's going to do so, but we can just spam for... oh, he's going for a new ability, Glacial Guard. Okay, I don't remember him having that. Okay, it looks like he's dropping our magical attack since he just raised his magical defense. Just spam some fireballs, see if we can maybe get a chance time out of this, since fire does indeed do that, so... honestly, it's worth a shot, at least, so if we can maybe force him into chance time, that would be good, since he is kind of jumping around at Mach 10 at the moment. Okay, tell everyone to go all out, so they use some spells or something, since they are pretty hesitant on using those for some reason. A couple more fireballs. Phoenix is now back and able to run in and attack again, so let's go for a Chomp Chomp here. Go for a Black Blast if we can do it before he gets another Howling Blizzard on. Okay, he's going for it again. I couldn't get my evasion off, but I only take 57 damage anyways, so honestly, I don't need to worry, but my allies do. Okay. Let's do that so we can just force us back up, since it takes us a couple seconds to get back up anyways, so just to save some time there. He's going for me, I think, so let's just go for evasion, block out that for free, go for a couple autos here, and maybe knock him out in this next few attacks. And just like so, down goes Saraboris. Another one of our tainted creatures down, and down goes all the Guardians of the Mornstar Stones, also known as the Power Stones as I like to call them. And just like so, we are done with that. I think that's the rest of our bounty missions at the moment. We have to go and regain all of them? Nope, we can go to the Miasma Marshes. Okay, so with that, I'll see you all in the Miasma Marshes next. So, BRB, boys and girls. And we'll be taking on Vileheart. So, BRB. Okay, and now that we're in deep, and I mean deep within the Miasma Marshes, we're going to be taking on another form of Vileheart. But what we knew about Vilehearts before is if there is a Vileheart within the world, there's still broken hearts and broken people within the world. So does that mean the same thing for this alternate version? Honestly, I'm wondering, honestly. But let's do this.
I bet you know it will be lurking by here. I can see this coming on from a blooming mile off.
Maybe we can't just run away, can we? And let's examine the Black Orb.
Look out, Ollie boy, here he comes.
Here he comes indeed. Vileheart's true and blue cousin, Vileheart. And here we go, let's do this. We got ourselves a blue variation of Vileheart. Will that mean he's 10 times stronger than he was before? Honestly, we didn't have a hard time with the original Vileheart when we originally fought him, so honestly, I don't think we really need to worry here, since we can cancel out a lot of what he can do. So honestly, let's see, get ready to evade, because Vile Driver is some decent damage, and he did end up stunning me. I can tell whoever's still moving to actually attack. It looks like that is a free attack for Esther right there, since she's going for Splashdown. I'm going to go for Drop Chomp before she does Splashdown, so we can get, I think, maybe like 700-ish damage. Oh my, that's 1,000 damage from both me and Esther alone. Not bad, not bad. So he has definitely more than 1,000 HP, that's for sure. Okay, he stunned me for a second, but we can go for Drop Chomp to get him off of us. Go for a C-Star, since that's fast and easy to charge up. Although we can't really confuse him, we can still do that, just in case. Go for, he's going for Vile Breath. That's a poison on everyone, right? Okay, I don't think we need to worry, I'm fine. I don't need to worry about poison, since poison I can just pull off my units for the most part, but honestly, it's not the worst possible status effect in this game. It could be much worse, honestly. It is smart to get rid of it, though. Okay, defend, since we don't need to be hit by that. He knocked out Esther, but we can just go for an Ashura here. We don't need Esther for the rest of this fight, since it's pretty much over at this point, since he is, like, basically, like, let's say, probably, like, 2,000 HP. No, not even close to that, even less. Okay, so this shouldn't be hard at all. We can throw out Rima, go for an Ear Splitter, since that's literally no time to spam, use to actually use it. Ear Splitter does a nice 200 damage there. We can go for a couple autos here before he can knock me out. And down goes Vileheart. And that means we are done with everyone when it comes to the normal bosses. So with that, we only have Shadar and Cassiopeia left. And we can finally take on, technically, the second form of Shadar, even though Shadar is dead. But, as we knew, we actually ended up finding out that was his familiar, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So, with that, I'll see you all inside, Nevermore Castle. I was trying to remember the name of it. So, at the far, far depths of Nevermore Castle, I'll see you guys very shortly. I believe I have to actually go all the way back to leave the dungeon. Yeah, I have to actually go and accept all these. So, BRB, and I'll see you all at the end of Nevermore Castle. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and now at the top of Nevermore, near the Nevermore throne, let's take on the different version of the Eternal Night.
Darn it, another one. That makes 14 by count 1 now. 4 flipping teen. The miasma marshes and nevermore are back to horrible old selves and all. What the heck's going on, man?
I don't know, but what I do know is that we can't run away from this. Yeah, we can't, so let's do this.
Look out, Donny boy.
Look out indeed. Here comes the alternate variation of the Eternal Night, also known as a Nightterror. Definitely a nice name, honestly. I'll definitely be seeing you in my nightmares. I'm joking, but let's see here. He was pretty easy for the most part. We just have to make sure that we're not attacking him when he has a shield up, because other than that, he's pretty easy to deal with. Basically, if we were to, like, say anything when it came to, like, horror villains that we can kind of, like, say that he's kind of like, honestly, the best case scenario would be, let's say Pyramid Head, honestly. He's slow and he hits hard, basically, but he's pretty much easy to deal with for the most part, as long as you know what you're doing. I'm gonna go for an Ashura here since he isn't looking at me. Oh no. There he goes. Of course he blocks immediately right when I turn at him, but Ashura does do 753 damage to him, so honestly, I'll take it. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's see here. We can try and go for Phalanx again. Try and see if we can get around him and go for a drop chop since he isn't looking at me. Perfect. Not bad, not bad. Go for a couple autos here. Drop him down to half health. Now he's going for his freebie hit since that's an AoE attack. Jump out of that before he can attack me. Go for another drop chop since he's going for auto. Ouchie. I'm gonna go for a triple healing touch there since that's basically 3 of them in a row. Okay, not bad. Okay, go back in. Go for maybe another drop chop if it charges up in time. Yes, it does, before you can get another onslaught on. I'm gonna go for an onslaught evade if at all possible. Hopefully it does dodge it. Nope, it doesn't. This time it didn't dodge it. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm not sure if Black Blast is gonna do normal damage or not. I guess we'll find out. It did 133, not bad. I'm gonna go for another Ashura, since we do know this is gonna do almost 800 damage. So let's honestly go for it, since there's no point in not going for it. It's free damage. 712, did a little bit less this time. I'm guessing because his shield ended up counting. Oh wait, no, that's his shield charge, isn't it? Yeah, he's just... Okay, so I got scared for a second there. I thought that was a completely different attack. So that just raised his magical defense. Okay, that could have been much worse. Okay, not bad. Just keep autoing him, and we are done with Shadar's form for this. And we only have one more left, and that is Queen Cassiopeia. And the form we're going to be ending up fighting is actually the Zodiacal form, but an alternate version of it. So, with that, I believe there is no dialogue here. Let me make sure, because I'm honestly not sure here, so let's just check, since usually there wasn't, so it seems like no. So, with that, I'll see you all in Era Memoir, where we'll be taking on Queen Cassiopeia's third and final form, also known as the alternate form for the Conductor, so BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and now that we're in Era Memoir, let's take on the final of the Tainted Creatures, the Tainted variation of the Zodiarch. So let's do this.
Donny, this doesn't look good, Donny boy.
Huh? What's the matter, Mr. Drippy?
I don't know exactly, I just got a bad feeling is all Dingo Neo Lantern-like. This one's different from all the other riffs. I'm telling you, there's something nasty lurking in there, proper nasty. We're in for a battle and a half, or I ain't the Lord High Lord of the Fairies, which I am. Anyway, what's the plan, Donny boy?
Examine the Black Orb and find out what's hiding inside this orb. I guess we have to fight. We have to do something.
There's brave, you are. Nice one, Ollie boy. You've got some flipping battle, you have. Then again, you are the savior of our world. Now watch yourself, here it comes.
Here it comes indeed. The final of the Tainted Creatures, the Zodiarch Angel. Also known as another one of the hardest bosses. This one was the hardest that we ended up facing off with, so I knew that this one was going to be definitely hard. The little satellites are the hardest part of this fight, and this one is going to spawn it just like the original fight, so I have no clue how hard this is going to be, and it's more than likely going to be just as hard. It looks like they're only doing 19 damage to me, so it looks like we're perfectly fine here, but I am going to go for an Inner Strength here, and it canceled my Inner Strength. Of course you did. I hate Ray Gun, man. It's one of the worst spells to get hit by. Since we can go for a freebie in here and just go straight for her this time, since it looks like we really don't need to worry too much here. since the Zodiac Angel's pretty much not really focusing us as much as the, oh, these satellites are actually called Dominions this time. But yeah, the Dominions aren't as dangerous as they were when we originally fought them, since they were doing like 70 damage per auto, and now they're only doing like 1, so it looks like we can just go for the Zodiac Angel for the most part. So we don't need to really worry here, so let's just focus her this time. Ooh, Esther is about to go down though, so we do need to make sure she is healed. So let's go for a free heal. Okay, watch out for that since we don't want to go to sleep. Okay, not bad, not bad. Tell our allies to go out for attacking again. Try and get an auto in here before the ray gun hits me. It ended up hitting me, but we can go for a healing touch, since we have a lot of mana to work with. Okay, not bad, not bad. Go for, looks like Ray is going for an ear splitter. Thank you, Esther. Always appreciated when you actually use your abilities. Okay, go for another drop chop, since drop chop is very helpful. See if we can cancel out her Sigh of Sorrow, just in case, because it's always possible. Okay, well, Esther is being smacked around by the, what do you call it, the Dominions. Let's try and go for an Astra here, since we know that Astra was doing a big chunk of damage, so let's see if it attacks everybody. Oh, it does actually attack everybody. Good to know. Okay, we might be able to knock out the Dominions on accident. Okay, or not on accident, but for free, honestly. They're going for another ray gun, but they're also going for Chaos. We need to make sure we're defending that, just in case, since that is some big damage if we do get hit by that. Okay, 50 damage, and Swain took 200 there. Could have been much worse, but let's go for another Astra. Tell our allies to attack, while I'm charging up another Astra, because that will more than likely maybe knock out the Dominions. I don't honestly know, it might. If it does, it's really good. It did indeed. Okay, we're free. Okay, so this is the perfect time to go in for attacks now. Okay, another Piercing Gaze. That's going to... I don't know what that actually does, to be honest. And oh, and dropped my accuracy, evasion, and attack. Okay, not the worst thing, but it could have been much worse, honestly. Let's go, just try and get as many attacks in as possible. Go for maybe another drop chop here. Nope, no more drop chops. Okay, so let's go for a provision instead. And go for maybe one of our... no, not Great Sages. Let's go for one of our Nostrums, since that gives us full mana back. So, honestly, 400 mana back right away is honestly really good. I'm going to go for another Astra here, since that it does seem to be pretty good. I don't know what Shock Blast is. I don't remember that one. Is that the one where she jumps up in the air and does the big ol' area of effect thing? But that was part of her second form, wasn't it? Okay, that's kind of weird. Shock Blast. Oh, no, it's that version. Okay, I wasn't too sure. Okay, well, we don't have the minus on our attack anymore, so let's go for a free drop chop here, and go for some autos here, since this is the perfect time to go for it. And down goes the Zodiac Angel. And that means we are done with all of our tainted creatures, since that is the final boss of the game in the normal story, so there is no more the tainted variations of everything we've gotten so far. So with that, we're done with those, and that means we can finally make our way to the secret boss of the game and continue our story, since the fact that the story is going to progress now that we're done with all of his little rift missions. So, with that, I'm going to do one more cut, because I have to go all the way and claim the bounty hunt mission before we actually go back to the Conductors Hideaway. So I'll be right back, and I'll see you all at the Conductor's little hideaway near the Dreamer door. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and here we are at the Conductor's Hideaway. And let's tell him that we finally fixed up all the rifts that he had us go and do. So, let's do this. Congratulations, Oliver. All the rifts have been sealed.
Of course they have, man. Ali boy eats monsters like that for breakfast.
But those monsters... you've seen them before, haven't you? But they're not really the same ones as you fought before, truth be told. They're not even from this world. Which is why they've attracted the attention of the Guardian of the Worlds. The Guardian of Worlds? He's the one who controls this world, and your world, and every world, in fact. If there are monsters from another world turning up in the rifts in this one, well, he's not going to turn a blind eye to that. That's why I kept this door shut, and you see I didn't want him to get too involved. So this Guardian of the Worlds is behind this door. That's right. This is the door to the Grand Confluence, where all the worlds meet, and the souls are wont together. It is also home to the recently awoken Guardian of the Worlds.
Okay, got that. So if the Guardian of the Worlds fellow has woken up, What will happen exactly?
Oh, no. It's not like that. Nothing bad will happen. The Guardian of the World he controls are one and the same, you see.
Hang on a minute.
What lies behind the door exists only to satisfy your curiosity. I very much doubt your actions in there will have any consequences, although they might do nothing. I just don't know. I suppose the question is, Oliver, are you curious? If you are, I'll open the door for you. And with that, let's go and see the Guardian of the Worlds, the secret boss of this game, and the hidden little detail behind the Dreamer door that is in Ni no Kuni 1. Because this is the first instance of the Dreamer doors. Because in Ni no Kuni 2, there's multiple Dreamer doors and multiple Dreamer mazes. But there's no maze here. This is literally all there is to it. So with 1 and 2 doors, we can now see what is the Guardian of the Worlds. And that is him right there. Those little things poking out of the ground, that is our boss. So with that, I'll see you very shortly since we got a small cutscene. And there he is, the Guardian of the Worlds. Not even a nameplate for him, just a giant, creepy-looking Lance Guardian that literally is hiding inside a random Dreamer door in the middle of nowhere. From a place that was completely blocked to us from the beginning of the game until the Conductor ended up showing his face. So honestly, this guy has been hiding here for quite a while, honestly. Or he probably just showed up. Because honestly, he could not even have been here for the most part. We honestly don't know.
Oh, here we go. Flipmon, have you seen them orb thingies in the middle of his chest? Look proper, dangerous they do, but vulnerable too. Go on, give them a whack.
Okay, let's smack his orbs then. Uh-oh, the Great Divider. Okay, that is something we need to evade. Waiting for him to charge it up first. Go for the evade. Nope, that's not gonna do it. I need to defend this one. Ouchie! That does a lot more damage, so thankfully we were defending that, because that could have done like 200 damage right there, if I remember correctly. Because I remember that being pretty dangerous. Okay, getting closer and closer, trying to get my chance time if at all possible. Okay, no freebies. I'm going to go for the defend. He's going for the Great Divider. Let's get ready for the defend. 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, get ready. Swain ended up going down there, but we can end up reviving him, so let's see here. Fully restores consciousness and fully restores HP. Okay, just use that on Swain to revive him. Tell Esther to go all in while we try and revive Swain real quick. Okay, not bad, not bad. Get ready to attack him in the middle. We're almost to the halfway point. This fight isn't the hardest thing, but it can be hard if you're not ready for it. We're easily ready for this, and we might be able to cancel out the Great Divider before he actually attacks. 3, 2, 1, go for the evade. That's not going to do it. I need to defend it. Okay, not bad. Let's go for a healing touch on Esther to heal her up. And I'm going to go for some free glims here. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm going to go for a free Asterisk since we have the ability to. I'm going to tell my allies to go all out attacking. He's going for a ability called Overload. I don't remember which one that is. I think it's his all-out attack. I could be wrong. I don't remember that one. Okay, let's get ready to defend because you never know what can happen there. It looks like something that might have stunned us if we weren't careful. Okay, not the worst thing. Go for another drop chop since we have the ability to attack him right now. So let's see if we can maybe get a chance time on him, since he is charging up his Great Divider. Okay, not bad, not bad. He's going for it now. Let's get ready for the evade. See if we can block it. Ooh, I dodged it for the most part. Okay, not bad, not bad. I don't know how I dodged it, but my evasion counted, so I'll take it, honestly. Okay, go for some free glims. It looks like Swain's going for it. Okay, I'm gonna go for that. Let's go in for an all-out attack again. Go for a drop chop on the Guardian of the Worlds. Try and get some autos in here. Cancel his attack and get a chance time. Not bad at all. I'm going to go for my freebie if I can get the free inner strength. Tell my allies to go all in, because they're about to cancel out the all-in a second. So we need to make sure they're always going for it. Go for a drop chop. Go for anything we could possibly do here, because any kind of damage we can possibly do here is honestly going to save us here. Okay, not bad. 471 damage there. We can go for another drop chop for 800 damage in a second. Because, honestly, I'll take any freebies. Oh no, we don't have enough mana, do we? Okay, we're off by, a little bit. Ooh, free glim, free glim, free glim. Okay, going for it. Going for a drop chop. This should be the end of the Guardian of the Worlds. Nope, he still has some HP, and down he goes. And there is the secret boss of the game, down for the count, and we're officially going to finish up the story for the Conductor now, because we have a small bit of dialogue after this, and it is going to finally wrap this up. And we got the achievement King of the World, which is for beating the King of the, basically King of the Worlds, because that is the guardian of every single world, and every single place we've been, and everything we've done, for both Motorville's world and this world entirely, and maybe even something else, because we're about to learn a little bit more from this Conductor guy, because we're about to finish him up and he's going to tell us a little bit more about himself and what's actually going on here. So with that, let's go walk up to the Conductor and ask him what exactly is going on here, because there's definitely something going on. There's definitely something wrong and something really, really strange, because as you can see, he is a strange dude. He is a giant bunny in a giant suit, of all things. So, let's see what's going on with him. Wonderful, Oliver. You really are the savior. But the Guardian, we made him disappear. No need to worry. As I told you, the Guardian of the Worlds is the world itself. They are one and the same. Nothing you can do could ever make it disappear. Likewise, nothing it can do could ever do the same to you. I just have to not got a single clue of what is going on here. I don't even know why we fought that thing in the first place. You don't know why, but I thought you said you were curious, and now your curiosity is sated. Isn't that enough? You are the savior, blessed with the most precious virtue after all. Huh? What do you mean? You have restored numerous virtues to people's hearts. Enthusiasm, kindness, courage, restraint, belief, confidence, love, ambition, and even humor. All of these are indispensable, but they are not enough to save the world. Something else is required, and you have it. It glows within your heart, a deep, warm glow that... flipping heck, man, will you ever just get to the point? Hoo-hoo, impatient I see. Very well, the virtue required to save this world is curiosity. What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what, who, why, where. Curiosity is a virtue that compels one to seek answers, to explore the boundaries of one's own world, and discover the next. I think I understand. I started out on this journey because I wanted to save my mom, because I wanted to see her again. But even though I could not do that, just being here, seeing all these new things, and meeting all these great people, it's really been something. I mean, sure, it's been tough at times, and I felt sad, but... yes. It sure has been an awful lot of fun. Correct. That's the answer I was waiting for. But you know, your adventure isn't over yet. There's still something you need to do, isn't there? Yes there is. But you don't need to do it right now, no. I prepared a little treat for you instead, seeing as you've made it this far. Go ahead, open the next door. Okay, let's open our next door in our adventure, cause in a little hallway, we're going to be seeing quite a spectacle in the next couple seconds, cause I remember this clear as day, and we are back in Motorville, but is it our Motorville? Is it their Motorville? Honestly? Who knows? But let's do this. Is this... you're flipping joking, man. Motorville? Hey, ain't that Conductor over by there? Let's go after him and find out what's going on, man. Let's definitely do that. So let's chase our little buddy with his little bunny ears and his little suit and tie around Motorville and see what exactly is going on here, because we don't really know. For all we know, this is an illusion, and it seems just like the world that we've been from. And, ooh, the Filmobile's here. But let's see what's going on with the Conductor. This ain't the Motorville we know and love, man. There's something funny going on by here. Are we dreaming or something? Dreaming? Most certainly not. This world is real as any other. It's just a little different from the ones you visited. Huh, so this Motorville is different from my Motorville. Exactly right, Oliver. Now come with me. I'll show you around. Okay, let's chase our conductor friend all around here. And it looks like we're actually by ourselves. Swain and Essler and Marcuson aren't even with us. So this is literally just Drippy and Oliver and the conductor himself. And hey, look, it's Denny and, what do you call it, Genghis. Well, let's see what's going on. What do you think of this world then, Oliver? Well, it sure is different. I mean, I know all these people, but there's something about them that's not quite the same. Didn't your fairy friend tell you there are any number of parallel worlds out there? Your world is his world, and so on, an infinite number.
Come on, Ollie boy. That was one of the first things I said to you, man. Don't tell me you weren't listening.
Oh, I didn't realize you were such an expert, little fairy. I must have misheard you when you said you thought you were dreaming. Well, never mind. On with the show. On with the show indeed. So, let's keep chasing the conductor and see what exactly he's trying to tell us about this place. And why are we in a different variation of the Motorville we're from? Honestly, who knows? But he's got another thing to say about the auto repair shop that Rusty / the soulmate of Rashad was at. Okay. Time for a moment's respite, I think. So tell me, Oliver, are you getting used to this world? Yeah, it's just like, do I exist here? No one seems to know who I am. How adorable. Of course you don't exist here. In this world you were never born. Huh? Hoo-hoo, I'll tell you all about it very soon. But now it's time to carry on with this tour. Okay, let's keep chasing you around. Why do you keep stopping at places we've been all along this world? And honestly, nobody knows about us here. Kinda like how P was. Because no one really knew who P was, but they saw her. So I guess we're kinda like P. We're like a visitor that can talk and speak to, like, and listen to all the people of this world. That's kinda weird. Huh. It's kinda weird being the spectator of this world, kinda like P was. But with that, let's see where the conductor's heading to next. And it looks like it might be Miss Layla's dairy barn then. Because honestly, that's the only place I could think of where he would go next. And it is indeed. So why was I never born in this world, Mr. Conductor? Well, when your soulmate severed the connection between you, you were cast adrift in the space between worlds. So that's where you were when your mother saved you. When I say your mother, I mean the great sage, of course. The one with all the spells. But there are worlds where that did not happen. Worlds where you were not saved. Worlds where you were not born. And this is one of them.
And a world where you weren't born, crikey.
So, why did you bring me to this world, Mr. Conductor? Haha. Oh, you'll soon see. But there is a very special shop we need to visit first. I'm sure you know which one I mean. And that is indeed Miss Layla's milk barn, so let's check it out. There's gotta be something in here, right? Oh, you're taking the place of Miss Layla for a second, I guess. Ah, Oliver, so good to see you again. Now you've had a chance to look around. I'd be very interested to know what you think about this world. Well, it's sorta goofy, and there's a ton of strange stuff going on, but it's kinda fun too.
Fun this place is, I've been to places that were less fun, I suppose.
Well, thank you for your kind words. I'm glad we have had your seal of approval. Is this your world then? That's right. This is my world, probably. Probably. You remember what I said, don't you? About how you were never born in this world. In this world you weren't saved by your mother. You remained a floating soul. But I found the place where all floating souls end up. And that's when I decided to go and see you. And you're in the other world. That's when I opened the door. So, does this mean... That's right. I am you in this world. I am the you that was never saved by your mother. I see.
Do you I flipping don't. This is getting proper weird, this is.
Unlike me, you knew your mother, but even you couldn't save her in the end. Still, you had a wonderful adventure. I'm quite jealous, I must say. Mr. Conductor. Don't look so glum, Oliver. It really doesn't suit you. Now, I know I've already taken up too much of your time, but there's one more thing I'd like to show you. After all you've been through, The least I can do is make your dream come true. I do believe your adventure is about to start anew. Please open the final door. Okay, let's open the final door of our adventure. The official final door, since this is technically the final episode of our story. And look where we are now. The original part of the game where we all started, the beginning of our adventure. And it looks like we have Oliver and Phil again. So, let's see this all over again. And the Conductor's pretending to be Phil this time. Very strange, Conductor. What kind of mysteries do you have for us today?
Guess what? She's finally ready.
What's finally ready, Mr. Conductor, sir?
What else would it be, dum-dum?
What else would it be, indeed? What else would it be, dum-dum? What else would it be? Well, if it's something connected to Phil, and I've already told you about what it is, we're about to unlock the special gift that you get for beating the end of the game, and that is the Philmobile, which will be able to drive around the world of Ni no Kuni. So with that, let's do this. And here comes the Philmobile in action.
Sorry I kept you waiting, Ollie.
Phil, you mean you built this?
Yep, he did. He definitely indeed built it.
Come on, Ollie. You're in the driving seat.
And with that, we're officially in the driving seat of our adventure. And with that, back to the world of Ni no Kuni, back to Drippy's world. And we officially have the end game unlock that we've been waiting to get this entire game. And I'll show it off a little bit, since there is some special things for it, so let's see here. Wow, we're back in your world, Mr. Drippy.
Look, Ollie boy, something stuck a letter to this car by here, under the wiper seat.
A letter? A letter indeed.
Dearest Oliver, I trust you are well. I wanted you to know how grateful I am to you for coming to see my world. By way of thanks, I have decided to make an old dream of yours come true. I present to you the Philmobile 2000. I'm sure you can't wait to get behind the wheel, so here's what you need to know. You steer with the left stick, and that's about it. I dare say you'll find it a little different from the other modes of transport you've used, but I'm sure you'll pick up onto it in no time at all.
Definitely so.
Whenever you want to take it for a spin, use the Philmobile key, or press the bottom button of your D-pad, and whenever you want you can just hop out and just press A. Now it's time for you to hit the open road. Drive safe, your friend, the Conductor.
And now we have the Philmobile. Whoa, how did Phil's car our car? You've earned the following reward, the Philmobile key. And we are finally done with the Conductor and the final mission of the game. And that means we're officially done with the game. And I'll show you how the Philmobile works, because I'm pretty sure we can run familiars over with this thing. So let's actually do that real quick if I can actually get one. Nope, didn't get it to work, but we'll get it in a second. I haven't used this thing in so long. So let's see here. If I can actually get it. Actually, does it not hit familiars anymore? No, it just goes through them. Okay, so it's basically just a faster way of transport. I remember this thing actually knocking out familiars before, like, basically road killing them. But with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. It's been a wonderful adventure hanging out with you guys and finishing up my favorite game of all time. And it's honestly a blast going through this every single time. And like I said, although this is a revisited series, this will be the final time we revisit it on this channel, more than likely. So, with that, we're finally saying goodbye to Ni no Kuni for real, until we see Crossworlds release, or even Ni no Kuni 3, for instance. So, with that, thank you all for joining me for this adventure. In the next episode, technically today's episode is a finale in a way, because of the fact that tomorrow's episode's more of a, we're going to read through the 12 Trails of Wonder, and just read through all the stories, so technically today's episode is the finale, so we're officially wrapping up the series today, so this is technically the final episode, but we're still going to have another episode in the next one when we do the 12 Tales of Wonder, and that'll be the next episode we do. So with that, I'll see you all in the 12 Tales of Wonder if you want to join me for that. Other than that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next series if you're not going to join me for the 12 Tales of Wonder. So, I'm not sure what I want to do next. And honestly, I think I'm either going to revisit Angels of Death, which is our final revisit for the most part, because I only had 2 planned for this year, and that was Angels of Death and Ni no Kuni. Other than that, I'm not honestly sure. I'm thinking Angels of Death, though. I could be wrong. Take that with a grain of salt. You'll know for sure by 2 episodes from now, since the Tales of Wonder, and then the next episode after that is going to be the next series. So, with that, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace out. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.